So today in Knowledge Charity we are going to see Module 1 of Class 12 CBSE Physics, which is Coulomb's law of electrostatics and the essential material required for Coulomb's law. Okay. So basically, for knowing about electrostatics, we are required to know about a basic entity called charge. So what do you mean by an electric charge? In our sessions we will follow a concept where before we use any term in a definition or in our discussions, we will define that term and then only use the term. That is what we are going to follow in our sessions. Now, so since we are going to use the term charge in Coulomb's law, so we will see what is a charge. Charge. Charge is a physical quantity. Okay, charge is a physical quantity. What does a physical quantity mean? So in our modules, we will split the entire subject into modules. So the first module is just Coulomb's law of electrostatics and essential basics, fundamentals of it. So it's going to be like this. The entire electrostatic lessons will be split into 10 modules. Similarly, other lessons also I will tell you. So the first module will contain the basics and essentials. So back to physical quantity. So what is a physical quantity? Anything which is measurable in this world is called a physical quantity. Whatever you do in this material world, it is going to involve a measurement. Do you understand what I am saying? Suppose you are traveling from a place A to place B, you have to measure the distance between them. That only you can say, then only you can say, I traveled for so and so distance, 10 kilometers, 20 kilometers. Similarly, the time quantity needs to be measured. I travel for 2 hours daily. So that also involves measurement. If I am taking a foot and coming forward, that also takes a measurement. 1 foot distance I am moving. So this much of air is coming. This cubic centimeter of air is coming into the window. This much of nitrogen is present in the air. Everything involves measurement. So that anything which is measurable is called a physical quantity. And charge is one such physical quantity which is scalar in nature. What does scalar quantity mean? So in 11th standard we have covered 2 types of physical quantity. One is a scalar quantity, another is a vector quantity. Okay. I will very simply tell you, vectors is a very huge concept which you should be quite conversant with, so that you can understand whatever we are doing in 12th standard physics. Because in 11th standard physics we introduce the concept of vectors so that you are able to adopt with the 12th standard physics portions. That is why. So scalar is a quantity with only magnitude. Okay, there is no direction involved. Okay, whereas in vector quantity there is a parameter called direction. Okay, vector quantity is a quantity which has got direction along with magnitude, plus magnitude. Very simple. The concept of scalar and vector is very simple. Scalar has got only magnitude, vector has got both magnitude and direction. This is what we are here to say. So what is scalar, what is vector? We can, what I will do is I will probably give an additional module called Essentials of CBSE 12th Physics. In that I will cover all these. So in this module you can just take it as vector is magnitude plus direction, scalar is magnitude alone. So that I am not spending much time on essentials rather than the topic itself. Okay. So that is charge. So I can define charge in a way that it is a physical quantity which is capable of either attracting or repelling entities of same kind which are within its electric field. Okay, it can attract or repel entities of same kind or similar kind within its electric field. So I am violating my law here. What is an electric field? That is what I should now explain to you. Then only we can proceed. So for electric field, you need to know this Coulomb's law of electrostatics. So we will go into Coulomb's law of electrostatics right away. Okay. Fine. So take a charge, point charge, 2 point charge, let us take. Okay. Let us take 2 point charges. They are separated by a distance, say r. R is the distance separating the 2 point charges. Okay, got it? So let this be Q1, this be Q2. I said in the definition of charges that they are able to attract or they are able to repel the entities of same kind or similar kind. That means they exert a force on each other, definitely, isn't it? So that force is computed or it is given as an expression by the Coulomb's law of electrostatics. Let us see that. So let us say Q1 is going to exert a force on Q2. Let that be FAB. Okay. Charge 1 on charge 2 is FAB. Force is a vector quantity, so I will have an arrow mark above the force. What does Newton's third law say? For every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Yes or no? So Newton's law will work out here also. Charge Q1 exerts a force on charge Q2. So what does it mean? What does it mean? Tell me. What does it mean? Q2 will also exert a force on Q1, that is according to the Newton's third law. So that will be FB on A. But what will be the value of FBA? It will be the opposite of FAB. So I can very well write it as minus FAB instead of FBA. So Q2 will exert an equal and opposite force on Q1. So this value of FAB, let us compute. This FAB is proportional to Q1 and Q2 product. Okay. If the product is more, the force is going to be more. If the product of both the charges are less, then the force is going to be less. That is what we mean by proportionality. Okay. And it is going to be proportional to reciprocal of the distance, the whole square. Reciprocal means 1 by distance. Distance is r, we have said. So the reciprocal of distance, the whole squared, is going to be the proportionality of the force. That is very simple, no? See, if I am pushing a person here like this, the force on the person will be more when he is near to me, because here I am pushing. As he goes away from me, the pressure that I gave or the force that I gave will keep on reducing. It is going to be reduction of force. That is what here. So I can write it as F is proportional to product of Q1 and Q2 divided by R squared. So it can be made into an equivalent relation, that is equal to sign instead of proportional, by adding a constant K Q1 Q2 by R squared. So this is the proportionality constant called as the permittivity. Okay, permittivity of free space. We call it as the K is not a permittivity. K is nothing but K is given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, where epsilon naught is the permittivity of free space. Okay, so epsilon naught is called as the permittivity of free space. We will discuss what is permittivity and all in the next module. So K is the constant of proportionality for this equation of Coulomb's law. So from this equation we will have to derive the statement. in our syllabus always we do like this. In our syllabus or in true physics, I mean, from the formula that is given you derive the relation. It is not from the definition you go to the formula. So let us take this. Q1 and Q2 are point charges. So Coulomb's law states that the force between any 2 point charges is given by, or the force between any 2 point charges is directly proportional to the product of the magnitudes of the charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. This is the Coulomb's law statement, which I can write it as F proportional to Q1 Q2 by R square equal to K Q1 Q2 by R square, where K is the proportionality constant equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Okay, so this small topic is going to be a very basic of this remaining electrostatics lesson in the CBSE syllabus of 12th standard. So every small topic we will end with a work or an small assignment kind of thing. It's not a rigorous assignment, it's a small recollection of what we saw in this. So I will ask you here to find the dimensional formula of epsilon naught. Okay, you can assume current as amperes, length as length, mass as m, and t as time. Okay, you can assume your own dimensions. You are welcome to post the answer of this in the comments section. If you had liked this session and you have got something, you have understood something from what we have told now, you can just click a like button which is available, and bring in more and more subscribers to bring knowledge to the forum of many knowledge charity. Thanks a lot.